A recently disclosed CIA document contains shocking revelations. The world you see around you and take for granted is actually a creation of your own consciousness, a complex, intricate construct of the mind. An illusion, to put it mildly. The report also discusses the existence of parallel realities and alternative worlds, which, according to the authors, can be accessed. Moreover, it claims that each of us possesses our own divine power, that very divine spark. In a recently declassified CIA document, methods for accessing other dimensions are described, along with ways to use the power of consciousness to overcome the barriers of space and time. Yes, my friend, this is not fiction. It is completely real. The original mind-blowing report can still be found on the official CIA website. At the very beginning of the document, a theory is presented that reality is merely a product of our brain and senses. The mind creates a simulated universe, combining all incoming signals into one coherent picture of the world. You can think of the brain as a powerful computer that generates a virtual game. But here is where it gets truly fascinating. The report claims that these processes can actually be controlled. In other words, we can learn to move beyond the body and access dimensions outside of space and time. It turns out that we already hold in our hands the foundation for understanding the very essence of reality. Have you ever heard of the Monroe Institute? This organization was founded back in 1974 and focused on studying altered states of consciousness. It was there that a process called Gateway, or the Gateway, was developed. A training program designed to change brain frequencies and open access to hidden levels of reality. The method immediately caught the attention of U.S. intelligence agencies. By 1978, the CIA had already begun actively studying this phenomenon. Realizing the strategic value of such practices, the military started training officers in out-of-body techniques. Eventually, on the 9th of June 1983, the CIA prepared a classified document for the Department of Defense. It described the gateway process in detail, along with the idea that reality is an illusion, the existence of dimensions beyond space and time, and warnings about the dangers of interacting with non-physical entities. In 2003, the document was declassified, but almost no one paid attention to it. Apparently, not many people spend their days scrolling through the CIA website, digging through pages of technical jargon. The gateway experience requires knowledge of psychology, quantum physics, hypnosis, and meditation. Its purpose is to synchronize the left and right hemispheres of the brain, so that consciousness can move beyond the boundaries of physical reality. Essentially, the brain acts like a virtual reality headset. You are consciousness, and the brain is merely a filter that limits your perception, allowing you to exist in the material world. The report states that matter, in the strict sense, does not exist. Everything around us is an illusion created by our own minds. Even the brain itself is not the source of consciousness, but simply an instrument. The document quotes psychologist Keith Floyd, who claimed that the brain does not create consciousness, but rather, consciousness creates the brain. Imagine, you are an energetic being, and the brain is just a helmet that connects you to this reality. So why do we see the world this way? Because the brain evolved for survival. It filters out everything unnecessary, blocking higher abilities so we can focus on basic instincts. By the way, David Icke, whom I often mention, spoke about the reptilian brain, that very part which keeps us trapped in fear, competition, and limitation. Perhaps this is the inner barrier that prevents awakening. That is why the report emphasizes that a human being is not a physical creature, but an infinite field of energy, and our universe is a giant hologram, where everything consists of interacting waves of energy. The idea of a holographic universe is based on the works of physicist David Bohm and neurobiologist Karl Pribram. In essence, both the brain and reality itself are holograms overlapping one another. From this comes a logical conclusion. Reality is not outside, but inside. It is an inner projection of our consciousness. Everything we feel is just a reflection of that hologram. The matrix is everywhere. The gateway process described in the report effectively hacks the brain by synchronizing the hemispheres and disabling the filter that ties us to the physical world. As a result, consciousness can experience out-of-body states and access dimensions beyond space and time. According to the document, when brainwave frequencies reach a certain point, a person enters a state of continuous awareness, a transition into a new realm, where the mind becomes the foundation of matter. The authors then move into philosophy. They describe the absolute, an infinite energy that permeates all existence. The absolute creates waveforms that give birth to the universe itself. Philosopher Georg Hegel referred to the absolute as God, but not in a religious sense, rather as consciousness that perceives itself. We are fragments of that absolute, playing roles within its dream. And here begins the most mysterious part. Page 25 of the report vanished. It is missing from the official version. According to witnesses, that page discussed the true nature of the absolute and its connection to world religions. Vice magazine tried to obtain the missing page, and according to the Monroe Institute, it really does exist in their archives. Yet to this day, it remains unknown what exactly was written there. Insiders claim that it described the possibility of uniting all religions under the concept of a single absolute, the same universal hologram that ancient mystics around the world once described. Indeed, the phrase "know thyself" has never been more fitting. Perhaps that was the main message of the missing page. The document ends with a warning: such practices require caution. Leaving the boundaries of physical reality can lead to disorientation. But if you are ready, this is a path toward harmony with the universe, where the illusion of matter gives way to the unity of consciousness. I know, the material is complex, but it is absolutely fascinating. Share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about the declassified CIA report, the Gateway Project, and the concept of the absolute? Do you agree with this vision of reality? Let me know below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. See you soon.